As one of the largest sports attire companies in the world, Nike shocked much of America with their politically charged decision to make the godfather of divisiveness and disrespect to our flag their poster boy. Colin Kaepernick shouldn't represent America through this brand when he refuses to stand for our flag and encourages others to do the same. The outrage and protests over this move was immediate by conservatives who now refuse to support Nike as much as Kaepernick refuses to respect our flag, the men and women who gave their lives defending it, and honoring the country that's made it possible for him to be rich and famous. As much as civilian citizens are incensed by what many feel is a face of hate being honored with this endorsement, you can imagine what a real hero and leader who defends our freedom and everything the flag represents feels like. A brave man who has spent much of his life serving the country in the military, U.S. Pacific Command Commander Admiral Harry Harris, didn't hold back in his response that was like none other. This has to be the best message to Kaepernick to date. Not only was it exceptionally well executed, but perfectly communicated what he definitely had the right to say. CNN reported on this reaction, which took place in 2016 during a speech commemorating the 75th anniversary of Pearl Harbor, in the midst of Kaepernick's great kneeling demise. In a speech commemorating the 75th anniversary of Pearl Harbor, U.S. Pacific Command Commander Admiral Harry Harris decided to slip in an apparent jab at noted national anthem protester Colin Kaepernick. You can bet that the men and women we honor today, and those who died that fateful morning 75 years ago, never took a knee and never failed to stand whenever they heard our national anthem being played, he said. It wasn't subtle, and the pointed words earned him a robust standing ovation from the crowd. In a since-deleted tweet and Facebook post, the Department of Defense promoted ADM. Harris's comments, quoting him and attaching a video of the moment. Reactions to ADM. Harris's remarks have been a mixed bag. A lot of people congratulated the decorated admiral on his patriotism, while others expressed concern that he chose such a moment to take a knock at Kaepernick's self-described protest for civil rights. One person pointed out the fact that, at the time of the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, black men in the Navy were mostly relegated to positions like mess attendants and cooks. Black men were recruited to general service in 1942, and the first black naval officers were commissioned in 1944. Admiral Harris was not responsible for any segregation or mistreatment of African Americans, he never condoned it, and Colin Kaepernick was never a slave or segregated. In fact, he's had far more opportunities and success as a sports star than most Americans after being afforded these opportunity by white parents who adopted him. You can disagree with people and what's happening in the country, but that doesn't mean disrespecting the country. Disrespect earns disrespect, and that's why Kaepernick is getting a heaping dose of it, even from some of our brave and honorable patriots who know firsthand the price paid for his freedom to kneel.